All right, welcome back. Today I have a really special unboxing of a camera I've wanted to add to my collection for a very long time, and that is a Sony Mavica. This is specifically the MVC FD200 series. And if you couldn't tell, it was sent over from my friend Eric from Eric's Edge. He did a live stream of this not too long ago. There was a local listing, local to him, of a bunch of Mavicas, and he went over and picked up a bunch of them. And he said, hey, he knows a lot of guys and gals that like gold cameras like this, and he was able to flip them around. And well, I got this one. So thank you, Eric. And I really wanted to record an unboxing of it because it's still sealed. Nobody has been in here since it was packaged. So I want to share this with you, and I want you to also take a look at Eric's channel and all the great content he puts out. So let's take a look at this before we unbox it, but obviously we get the camera itself. Looks like we have a USB interface and the Stamina battery pack. I do expect this battery to still work. Eric's did, and a lot of the Mavica batteries from this era are still serviceable, and Sony still makes that battery, so this will be usable. 2 megapixels, 6x precision digital zoom, dual media, which is really exciting because we can use our floppy disk, which the Mavicas are famous for, as well as a memory stick. This is the Memory Stick Pro. I'm not sure if this one will actually work in here, but we got it. And it also does have MPEG Movie, no audio. So let's open this guy up. Very exciting. I remember in high school, my math teacher, Mr. D, had a Sony Mavica, and he would take all of the sports photos for the yearbook and the website with that. And let's open this up. Well, that is tighter than what I expected. All right. Ooh. If your camera is not working properly, do not return to purchase store. So I will not return this to Eric. I will reach out to Sony customer support. And let's see what we got in here. So we'll start with the paperwork. That's all we have in there. We'll open up this very yellow colored bag and take a look. We have our lens cap with a little string for that. What do we got here? Make your Mavic camera fit every part of your life with this wonderful accessory guide. All right, that's kind of cool. We'll look at this later on. Oh, look at this. These, I've been wanting to get one of these too. If you have one of these, let me know. It is a mouse with a memory stick reader in it. So this one is, Sony's proprietary one, but later Sony had mices that could read SD cards as well as memory sticks. And that's really cool when you think about it, right? So, you got a USB mouse, you have the bandwidth, why not have it do other things than just be a pointing device? Product registration. We're going to try that. We're going to see if we can actually register this. Safeguards, limited warranty. Ooh. Image Maker version 1.0 for Sony. I'm sure that's backed up, but we'll put that aside to make sure. And our digital still camera user manual. Oh, it's like almost 100 pages. 99 pages. Pretty impressive. All right, well, I'm not going to need the rest of this, but we'll put it back in the bag. And what we've all been waiting for, the strap. No, we'll get to the camera. But we'll save that strap. We have USB cable, video cable, so we can hook it up to a TV. Power. So it looks like another video cable. Nope. Oh no, that's for the actual charger brick itself. We'll get that out. And the battery. I do expect this to still work. So what we're going to do now... Oh, we're not going to plug it in. I can't plug it in right now. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's get the camera out. We'll get the box out of the way. Now it's not so congested on the table. And, whoa, look at that. That is beautiful. Very nice FD Mavica. It just feels good. All right, well, let's see. Do we have anything in here? How does this go? How does this go? It's been a while since I turned one of these on. Yes, no, obviously, yeah, it is bad. So we are going to pause here. We're going to plug this in, and we will come back and see what life we can breathe into this. So the battery does work, but you see I do have it plugged into the power. Just not getting really good life out of it, but it is an old battery. It's a miracle that it works at all. I do have some aftermarket batteries on the way, so we'll actually be able to take this out and take some images with it. But I just want to take a moment and really admire this camera. I mean, it looks like a proper camera. And you can probably take this out in town today like I will and not get too many people looking at you, except when you swap your floppies out. And really nice mechanism on the side. You just kind of push this little micro switch up and then the disc will pop right out. Or you could just use your memory stick. Unfortunately, my Memory Stick Pro does not work with this. Not terribly surprising. So let's take a look at the camera. I do have the lens cap off, so that's why it's all dark here, but you have a lot of functions that you would expect. We do have our zoom up front, obviously our shutter button, power button here. It's a nice little switch that slides down. We have our memory select switch. Do you want it to save to floppy or memory stick? Down below, this is our main control. We'll come back to this. Turn your display on and off. Do we want to take a still picture, a 5-second movie, or do we want to review the pictures that we have taken already? And then over here, our LCD backlight on and off. I really like the light switch up top. I mean, so the LCDs lighten the whole display, but they have this little glowing window up top. I think it's just a really nice feature that I appreciate about this camera. If we go into the menu, typical things that you would expect, right? So under setup, demo, video out, we can change from NTSC to PAL. Do you want your buttons to beep LCD brightness? That demo, I actually have a video of that, so I'll have a link in the description below if you want to see the demo for this Mavica. All your camera setup, ISO, digital zoom, sharpness, white balance, nothing too surprising here. And I just like the fact that under File, I can actually format my floppy disk, and it sounds exactly like you expect it would. It's going to go through and it's going to format it. And something that we're going to mess around with a little bit is the effects. So, you know, black and white, solarize, everything that you would expect from a camera of this age. So we're going to charge up the new batteries that I got, take this outside, take a couple pictures, and compare them to my iPhone 15 just to take a look and see how this stacks up. So I went through and I took some pictures outside, just in the front yard, at about 7 o'clock. And this was interesting because it was late enough where the sun was starting to go down, and it really shows the difference in these two cameras. Now, obviously, the iPhone has much better color and aperture and everything else, but I think it really shows the unique feel of the Mavica. It really reminds me of a film camera, kind of like how my 35mm camera picks up on certain aspects. And look at that lighthouse. I mean, yeah, the red isn't as vibrant, but it just looks really good. And then I went out and I went through all 4 special effects that the camera has. And I mean, I'll be honest, they're impressive, but other than black and white, I really never used these before. And if I needed an image in black and white, that's something I would just do in post anyway. But it's interesting to see these built into the cameras, and I think the effect came out really well. I really like this one of the kids on the teeter-totter here. Just a really great feel. It looks like a really good image, and overall, I'm just happy with what this camera can do. I wouldn't use this negative every day, but yet again, I mean, you see the leaves in the background, and it's just a really nice effect. Well, I think that's about all the time I'm going to have for this camera. I really enjoyed this. And like I said in the beginning, I've always wanted a Mavica. And I knew when I got this, there was a chance it wouldn't work. And you know what? After I got an aftermarket battery, it works as good as new because, well, it is new. And let's be honest, this is not going to be my everyday camera. I'm certainly not going to pack this up in a bunch of floppies when I go on my next vacation. But it's just like using a film camera. There's a time and a place for it, and if you want that tangible feel in a photo that your phone or modern DSLR can't manage, cameras like this or a really good 35 millimeter are exactly what you need. But before we close this out, let's see if I can register this. Nope, no I can't. Well, I hope you enjoyed this look at my new Sony Mavica. Again, I want to thank Eric for finding these and making his video about it. I'm really enjoying this, Eric. I'm going to be using this camera a lot. And I wanted to close this out with a direct video feed directly from the Mavica. Anytime I get an old camera that has video out, I really like experimenting with it because it just gives you a feel that modern cameras just can't reproduce. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like what we're doing here at Retro Tech or Die, like, subscribe, tell your friends, and we'll catch you next time.